All right, so this is a day that I'm taking to recuperate from the several days like gauntlet that we've been doing at Universal and Disney. It's been a lot of walking around, a lot of theme park stuff. You need a day to just chill out. I apologize in advance, everybody, for the internet stuff. It seems like it has to cut out every like 15 minutes or so, so the stream will cut. But if it ever does, make sure that you just stick around because it'll come back after about 15 seconds. It chops the streams into three like pieces whenever I do it, so keep an eye out for that to happen. But if some of the people who know about that issue can just let the other ones know that it'll be back shortly if it ever cuts out, then that's greatly appreciated. The way that it works is that my hotel Wi-Fi seems like it doesn't actually hold for the entire time we need it to, so it'll cut out every like 10 or 15 minutes for like 10 seconds and then come back, which it like stops the Twitch stream, but it still works. Frost getting ready for the concert. Nice. Yeah, have a lot of fun at that. Frost is going to be awesome. Vin is in here. Welcome, Vin. Welcome, Ben Frost. Welcome, Azure Tundra, to the show. Welcome, everybody. So, you're watching a Voice of Nick live stream. To anybody who doesn't know my show, it's called The Voice of Nick. That's my channel. I play video games live 3 times a day, every single day on Twitch. I don't talk over story or cutscenes, but I do request no gameplay or story spoilers. None of that matters this week, though, because I'm on vacation. I'm in Orlando, Florida. I'm on vacation going to Disneyland or Disney World and Universal Studios Florida, as well as just hanging out at the hotel like I am today. So I'm going to be doing all IRL streams this week. If anybody is interested in joining along for all my vacation stuff, we did Epcot stream, we did a Disney Magic Kingdom stream, we did a stream from Diagon Alley in Harry Potter World Universal, we did 2 streams one from Animal Kingdom, one from Hollywood Studios yesterday, and now I am dead. So I'm going to sit here. I've been sleeping like basically all day. So join along for some of this stuff. It's been really fun to do. Oh, thank you also, Mark, for posting the cheer leaderboards. The cheer leaderboards are as follows: Space Dust with 400 in third place. Thank you, third place. Third place, Space Dust with 400. Thank you, Space Dust. Second place, Azure Tundra with 500. Thank you, Azure Tundra. The first place, Frostberry with 1050. Thank you, Frostberry. Thank you to everybody who cheers on these shows. It is highly appreciated and it does directly support the show. So thank you to all who have been cheering on these episodes. I do really appreciate it. If you also want to support the show in another way, you can subscribe, which will get you a whole bunch of stuff, including the Voice of Nick emote, legendary status in the chat and Discord, 200 meatballs, higher chance to win in the heist minigames, and ad-free streams. So consider subscribing as well if you want to support the shows, help them get better. Again, these are all my personal live streams. They're not affiliated with anything I do for work, so these are all out of my own pocket. Anybody who supports the show by subscribing or by cheering does directly help the show to get better. As Tundra saying, I wanted to ask about the Be Our Guest dinner. How was it? It was amazing. So I mentioned to anybody who wasn't there when I mentioned it, at the Magic Kingdom I had done a reservation for one of those like more exclusive Disney dining destinations, which if you don't know, there's sort of like another side of Disney. Like, of course, you can go to one of the places. They have a lot of great quick service places, they call it, where you order food, at like a counter, and then you wait for the food to be given to you at the counter from the people in the kitchen. Those are great, but there's like another side to Disney that not a lot of people get a chance to check out because it always requires a reservation, which is like these really, really highly rated restaurants, like super swanky restaurants. So the one that I did that I tried to make sure that we got a reservation to was called Be Our Guest, and it's at the top of Magic Kingdom Disney World. You go up this hill, over this drawbridge into the Beast's castle from Beauty and the Beast. And then when you're in it, you're actually eating dinner inside of the ballroom from Beauty and the Beast, which is really beautiful. It's like insanely ornate. It's a 3-course meal. Like, you're getting like a great appetizer. I forget what I got. I got like they had, because it's French, the Beauty and the Beast is taking place in France. So they had like their signature appetizer thing was a French onion soup, which was super good. Then I think I got a cut of steak. I don't know what it might have been a filet mignon cut of steak, which was really delicious. And then for dessert, you get a dessert sampler of three separate desserts, and that's all part of like the meal. So like the dessert is it's like insanely well put together. Where you, it's one of the things is like a macaroon thing, which is great. One of the things is a like a chocolate thing, which is great, and the third thing is Chip from Beauty and the Beast. If you remember the little cup, he's like a cup with a chip in it, and he has the nose that is the like thing you hold, and it's Chip made out of white chocolate, so you can eat him. And inside of him is the gray stuff dessert, which is the thing that they mention in the movie where they say, "Try the gray stuff; it's delicious." So you actually get to eat the gray stuff, and the gray stuff is really good. So it's an insane, bunch of stuff. And also there's like a paper sort of like setting underneath the dessert itself on this like long tray. You can see it all on my Instagram highlights if you missed it, by the way. But the paper itself is edible. It's like sugar paper or something. So you can see it on my Instagram, Daniela eating eating some of the paper. Awesome Mark saying, I saw the dinner on your Instagram story. Vanna saying it's a sweet hotel room. Looks cool. It's a great hotel. I could do a walkthrough. I saw, I think you mentioned that earlier, but I was in the middle of saying something, so I didn't get to read it out. I would love to do a hotel walkthrough. Kiki saying, I saw Daniela Claire with Stitch. Yeah, we went this morning to a character dining thing, which I had never done before, where you eat breakfast and like there are characters, people in costume as the different characters, walking around. And we went to a Hawaiian themed place that I love called Ohana, where usually we've only ever gone for dinner. My family has only ever gone for dinner, where they do like a Hawaiian barbecue thing, and you bring everything up to you on this big spit, and then they take a fork and they take like a big piece of meat off of it or something. But for breakfast, it's a great all you can eat thing where they bring you eggs and bacon and ham and waffles with it actually has a Stitch stamped waffle, so like you can see Stitch on the waffle itself. And then they bring all this stuff to you, and all the characters come up to you. It's really, really great. Kiki saying Disney has a dark sense of humor if you can eat Chip. Yeah, it's the implications of that are pretty dire, but it's a nice touch that they have. And then in the Be Our Guest restaurant, I didn't even get to mention like there's all these other areas. So there's not just the ballroom. You can actually go into offshoot areas. There's one area that's like a separate sort of wing, and it's got all sort of paintings from the Beauty and the Beast area. You can eat in there. You can go into the study where the Beast actually is in. There's a person playing the Beast who's in there, and you can meet him and greet him. And it's great. The study has all these talking suits of armor, and it has all these, it's like a library area. And then there's a separate area, which is, I guess, the East Wing, whatever the wing is that is like off limits. And it's got all tattered curtains. You can actually eat in there as well, in the East Wing or West Wing, whichever one it is. And you can see the rose, floating in midair inside of that glass jar thing. So it's really, really super impressive. It's just an insane place if you can ever get the chance to go. It's pretty pricey to actually eat dinner there, but if you guys ever want to treat yourself and go eat dinner there, then I would highly recommend it to anybody who is thinking about going and thinking about getting into that world of like super high end Disney dining. Awesome Mark saying favorite part of the vacation so far. Well, I did say we'd be talking Disney and Universal. That's a good opportunity to segue. My favorite thing of the vacation is actually the Hogwarts Express. So, for anyone who doesn't know, in Universal Studios by me, you always see me doing Instagram stories from Universal in LA. They have Hogsmeade Village, which is, you have Honeydukes and you have, they put Ollivanders there, even though I think he's supposed to be in Diagon Alley. And then they have like the castle, Hogwarts Castle up at the top where you can walk to and go on a ride there. And they have a bunch of, different areas you can go to in Hogsmeade Village. But in Florida, they have another area, which is Diagon Alley. And you go in Diagon Alley, and there's all this crazy stuff. They have Gringotts Bank. They have Nocturne Alley. You can go in there. They have another Ollivanders in Diagon Alley. They have like a zillion stores. The Weasleys joke shop is there. There's like an ice cream store there. There's all sorts of stuff there. But then in Diagon Alley, if you walk out of Diagon Alley, right, like you walk through a brick wall to Diagon Alley. If you go out of there, you're actually just in like they recreated London. Like the entrance to Diagon Alley is just a facade of London. So there's like a bunch of record stores and like regular things, and then they have King's Cross Station, which it's completely mundane. That's the point, is that you go into King's Cross Station, like in the the books. You go into